Howdy Tamers, and welcome to the LostinTranslationmon Digimon podcast. This time we're covering Digimon BeatBreak episode 19, Black Market Auction. I'm Kobias, and this week I'm joined by Guz.
Hello!
And Geo is making his fantastic, wonderful return to the podcast now that he's up to date. Hello, Geo.
Hello, yes, I have returned. Unfortunately, I had been attacked by poison attack many eons ago.
Huh?
As for who the culprit is, the only thing we found at the crime scene was this purple hair that, after the forensics analyzed it, seems to be coming from some kind of stuffed animal or stuffed creature. What you make of that, I don't know, but I've recovered, I'm here, I can't wait to chat about episode 19 of BeatBreak.
Yay!
Man, who would use poison? That's so, weird and sus and stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess someone, trying to substitute it for another ailment of misery and carnage might use poison as their weapon of choice.
And I'm going to very discreetly move my microphone because I had it lying down because I was reorganizing stuff, and I'm just going to put that where it's meant to be now. I will continue recording. I'm just going to leave this in because I think my own incompetence is hilarious. But yeah, it was just I just looked at it and it's lying down still. Just because I have a shelf here and I was organizing it and I didn't want something to fall down and then just smash the microphone. So I just had it preemptively lying down so it was safe, and I just
kicking back, having a little bit of a sabbatical. You know what? I've worked hard. I provide the vocals. Record Kobe's voice.
Yeah.
Kick back here.
poor Mike was tired, so yeah, Mike is awake now. But in any case, so quick housekeeping, which I almost forgot to mention, but I'm glad I wrote it down, is that if you are playing Digimon Super Rumble, I have an exclusive code for some extra goodies. So if you use the code TranslationMon without the vowels, so TRNSLTMN, you get some extra goodies. So jump onto Digimon Super Rumble, check that out, and yeah, you get some extra goodies with my special code. So please do that. Yeah.
I'm totally not booting it up right now.
No, it's active as in.
All right, downloading as we're speaking.
I don't think it's active right now as of recording this, but it will be active tomorrow after midday, I believe. Yes, yeah.
So when my download finishes, all right.
When your download finishes, yeah. So download.
That is very accurate. This is an MMO. It is a big game.
Yeah, it is I think it was 70 gigabytes when we were downloading it, but yeah, so definitely.
Is she girthy?
Yeah.
Is she girthy?
Yeah. He's a big boy. But so yes, use that. I don't think there's any other housekeeping other than the return of Geo, the prodigal Geo. And I'm still in the process of moving, but the background's looking a little less bare because I've moved most of my stuff. But in any case, so that's it for housekeeping. Also, I have a headache, so if I seem sleepy, it's because I just woke up from a little nappy nap. So anyway, so quick synopsis of episode 19. My microphone is now blocking my notes, so just gonna, there we go.
Man, the main reason why I come to these podcasts, the production value.
Oh yeah, there's so much production value. Definitely, yeah. I put I definitely planned to put the microphone back up, but then my head hurty, so I had a nappy nap. But in any case, So quick synopsis. Glowing Dawn investigate an auction that 5-star member Clay is at. While there, they found a portal to the mirror world that people are going through to reach this underground auction. Everyone here is wearing the black and white masks that the mystery woman about 10 or so episodes ago was wearing, and she's there as well. So we're back to that, which is cool. At the underground auction, we see Bomber Nanimon and his owner being auctioned. I did not expect to see them again, but I'm very happy that we did. Then Tomoro wants to help when he sees a young girl with a Tinkermon, but Reina says they're just here to investigate. However, Gekomon is doing Gekomon things and is attached to the cage when it is displayed. So Reina just says, hey, go ahead, just attack. It's too late now. Just do your thing. Raito then intercepts Tomoro and Bomber Nanimon, saves Makoto, who is being held at gunpoint for about the 10th time in the series. Raito loses his temper and forces his Digimon to evolve to the level 5 Azardamon, which is a new Digimon. Meanwhile, Kyo has also shown up to save Glowing Dawn for the 20th time in the series at this point.
Yep.
So yes, the level 5, the perfect, ultimate, whatever you want to call it, is out of control and tries to attack the young girl. However, her Tinkermon sacrifices herself. Naito ends up beating up Raito because that has to be done. It's like a 30th time in the series we've had like Raito just beaten up, so that's cool. And then Clay shows up at Maki's bar, and I legitimately kept on forgetting that her name was Maki because we keep on calling her Shaki, because this is just Sabaody arc of One Piece. But in any case, that's it for the synopsis. What discussion and decision time? What were our highlights this week?
Let's throw it to Gio since it's his return.
Oh, little old me, okay, I am so happy to take over a little bit. You can relax, kick back, join Mike in the vibes. I'll be spin bars. All right. So, I'm actually grateful that today I get to watch it a second time when I watched it with Kobe and whatnot. And I noticed some things in the second watch through that kind of went over my head in the first one. I don't know where I want to start by picking up, which was, I guess it's a low light for me. I'll probably even jump on this point.
Whoa.
The thing that didn't click was that it turns out both Reina, Mikado, Chirrupmon, and Wolvermon failed to get everyone safely.
Yes.
Yep.
Because in the end, you realize when he's getting beaten up, it's like, oh, you're grateful that they were able to reclaim all the products. So then it just feels like they were all escaping. Obviously, this is off camera, faded to black, off screen, but another battle must have happened when you had freaking Tylermon. I'm forgetting all the owners' names.
Who, by the way, is still flying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
so it's almost a beach.
Yeah, almost.
So yeah, I think they had like a little battle off screen.
They definitely did.
Yeah.
Chirrupmon and Wolvermon, Reina and Mikado lost. So it's not looking good for the battles.
Right, they jobbed so hard they weren't on screen.
Yeah,
I know. That's the low light for me. Like that's one part of things I'm a little bit saddened about. One thing I was actually intrigued.
In defense of that, just quickly, in defense of that, it is because they didn't have there was so much in this episode that they had to have like some off-screen things, because we don't really need to see Chirrupmon and Prestimon job for the 50th time. We kind of get that. What we need to see is the stakes. We need to see the setup for the episode, the information about the auction. We needed to have, hey, what happened to the lady with the Phantom of the Opera almost mask, but it's two sides. I guess that's just a mask. But you know what I'm saying. The mask. So we need to see what happened to her. We need to see like what was Maki's involvement. We needed the setup for Clay showing up. We needed to see team tactics and how they are recovering from the day's events. We needed to have some things shown, and they just didn't have enough time. And if they tried to fluff this out to be a two-parter episode, I feel like there wouldn't be enough. It'd just be just us watching Prestimon and Chirrupmon lose in a battle against Tylermon and Ludomon. We don't really need to see that. So I'm actually fine that they had that sort of off-screen battle, because again, we don't need to see the battle. We saw the pretty cool battle against Azardamon, where Armalizamon and Kyo and his Digimon, they were kind of like, they had to kind of do a reflecting attack, which was kind of cool. Like, they had to be able to fight that level 5. So they wanted to give that a bit of a highlight instead of just having, again, a matchup that we've already seen before and characters losing, and we've already seen them lose before. So I don't mind that.
I will agree that it is a bit of a low light, because we get Wolvermon's really fucking cool rapid burst move, right? That blows up all the cages. It creates a massive diversion. They get the jump on everyone. That was actually really, really cool.
Yeah.
Only to be like off-screen jobbed is... It feels like they were like, cool, you get a good thing, and then you get slapped in the face. And that is currently just sort of been the theme of the entire show so far.
Yeah.
Like, cool, you get Geckomon, your brother dies. right? Like, it's just, there is a lot of this, you give and take, and it's very rough.
Yep.
The only thing though is like it would have probably been at least nice. Yes, it's like the off-screen file. Like we don't have to see the battle, and I agree couldn't have enough screen time for just about everything. But it would have been nice if they could at least have saved at least one person, or maybe two. Like for them to lose the entire thing, which is based off this one line of dialogue, that obviously I'm probably looking more into it than I should, but to go like they've completely regained all the merchandise. Just how bad of a defeat this is, and at some point, when does Glowing Dawn actually start to get wins where it's not Daddy, Mummy, Kyo always there for the rescue? Which, by the way, in of itself, how the hell is he always there at the right time, at the right moment, at locations that it seems like he's got the sixth sense for some reason?
No, he knows they're gonna fuck it up. He's always there.
He doesn't have trust in these kids.
No.
Also,
that's true.
Even
He's
though,
a helicopter parent.
even though he is like the mum of the group, I still did not expect to see him drink. Like I feel like this is the first time I've seen like a protagonist be drinking, because he's actually of legal age. As far as I'm aware, the legal age is 19, and he's in his 20s, I think, early 20s. So that was kind of like, if I had to deal with these kids, I'd be drinking too. Like I have to save them for like the 50th time in like 2 months. Like, my gosh.
Yeah. Having a whiskey neat too, such a power move.
Yeah.
But like every time I saw Clay come on screen, I kept like hearing like the Gen 5 Pokemon music for Clay for Driftvale City.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else was having that, but I was.
This guy, he's such a Pokemon. Like the gym leaders, the team, the 5-star, they are such Pokemon coded
bro.
in the funniest way. Like it's great. Also,
Even
I know
it's like the element stuff too. You got like fire. You got the fire Elite Four. I mean, I feel like they're more like Elite Fours as well. You got the fire one, or fire gym leader, the earth gym leader, grass.
Well, they got to pick them before they take on the egg in the chair.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's the champion.
So what were your highlights, Gio?
Yes,
okay. No, highlights. I actually got a couple. The first one was it's actually Reina clocking on reading Tomoro and Tomoro's reaction of behavior, and then sort of having that interaction. Because I fully believe Reina would make a great leader. I know I sent you guys like a weird voice notes.
Boy, did you
reading?
Yeah.
Boy, did I! Oh, my predictions. Oh, even then predictions. I was spot on some things.
Yeah.
If you look through a different magnifying glass. That wasn't mine. But no, Reina being that kind of, I'm like stepping up to Tomoro, being like, look, if you're not going to do this, we're going to just, call it off. And then having that fast thinking last second, like, I quit, we have to change plans now, I have to take charge from there. I thought that was cool. The other thing that I actually thought really, really cool, and this is actually a connection to Tomoro's character growth and character arc, it's post-battle with Raito, when Raito had Monodramon in his hand and was going for like the big, oh, I'm so angry at you. And then Tomoro having that very calm demeanor of being like, it's not Monodramon's fault.
Yeah.
It's not his fault that you failed to control. And I thought that was kind of really interesting, because especially when we looked earlier and how he's tried to do the dark energy, trying to get angry with Gekomon. We saw that whole era with when we saw Flaremon come up, like that whole shebang when we thought, oh, Dark Evolution. Turns out when it wasn't. It's just interesting to see that behavior from Tomoro in response to someone else now crashing out.
Yeah.
And then he's sort of like, I've kind of been there. I've kind of been in that moment. And I'm not like, I'm here to be calm with you in a way. Like, just relax. I thought that was cool.
He knows that it hurt Gekomon when he did it. And I think Rampherdramon, I think that's the name, actually expressed to little bitch Raito. He was like, bro, don't do it. I'm not ready. And then he's like, nah, I'm forcing this. So that's like super crazy. But quick aside, I was right, Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
I was right. Chekhov's gun, rules of 3. It wasn't Tomoro that had the big splashy dark Digivolution. It was in fact the Raito who did it on the 3rd time that we saw it on screen.
Yeah, which is actually one of my highlights, is that we get this I'm not actually sure if it's an actual dark evolution or if it's just like a darkness e-pulse infused, because he did have that kind of like aura. He was aura farming, I think the youth would say. He was like T-posing and like purple was coming off him. I don't know. I'm feeling myself rapidly age as I try to use these hip terminologies. So I'm not sure if it's actually a dark evolution, but it is definitely darkness something. So there's something dark going on. I'm not sure if we're going to get a different form, which is the true evolution, or if the true evolution is just the same guy, but without the purple aura. I can't find a better word than that.
It feels like a dark Digivolution for this particular season. It feels like they're doing something different with dark Digivolution in general.
Yeah, but it is also nice having it be, again, subverting those expectations, which we've mentioned a few times that BeatBreak seems to like doing, so far at least, where it's not the main character, it's not the Goggle Kid, and it's not like, you know, one of the main Digidestined, if you will. It's kind of like one of the bad guys, which is kind of nice to see. It's a little bit different from, again, the Goggle Kid always getting the dark evolution just because of one singular mistake that, you know, it's just a slap on the wrist. This one is actually, he is just kind of a bad person. The other dark evolutions have been not necessarily bad people, but bad situations making an otherwise good person do something that is not super good, causing the dark evolution. So this is more like like Taichi did that in the first season because he wanted to protect the everyone. He wanted to save the everyone. No one else had their crests yet, so he felt like it was his duty. We had Takato in Tamers, who just saw Ruki, his sort of like, I guess, primary school sweetheart, his crush, get absolutely heartbroken seeing her furry friend get just obliterated. So he wanted revenge.
Her furry.
Yeah, her furry.
Her furry.
Her furry
Leomon
boyfriend.
got Alimard by Beazelmon, and it was absolutely insane.
And yeah, we got the same sort of thing in Savers. Masaru thought he was being betrayed, so he chucked a Tanty, and then his Digimon evolved. So it's not always like, you know, exactly the same thing, but it is still like they're otherwise good people. Like in Cross Wars, the Dark Evolution was one of the Digimon by itself, and it turned out to be actually the good evolution that was the one, and then it was originally bad or something. I don't know, little robot guy had a bad mood.
We can ignore Cross Wars, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's always been like, you know, the situations make the Dark Evolution, not necessarily the human's motivation as a person.
Yeah.
But this is just Raito just being, he's kind of a terrible person. He's kind of like, he's both a person who loves to rage bait, but also the type of person who hasn't learned that the best way to deal with being rage baited is to just not care. So he's just kind of like a raging guy, kind of just wants to have to chuck a Tanty for the case of chucking a Tanty. So but yeah, so I like how they went through this dark evolution, or dark evolution.
They've kind of explored it in two ways, because like the first one we get the animation cue with the darkness and the light of their repulse, and then the other one's with the red Vegemon and the Mimicmon specifically, right, where it's like, I feel really bad. It's not enough to create a dark Digivolution as we would know it, but it will create a Digimon that will reflect that mental or emotional state.
Is that a connection to Dark Digivolution, and specifically to Red Vegemon and Mimicmon, or the fact that they're just, as we talked with Shademon and his owner, a reflection of the mirror, where it's reflecting the person's like moment at the like. For them to do over to Red Vegemon, he really wanted vengeance. He was all hell-bent on it. That's who I am. Yeah. I desire this. And then causing the error with this Apotama became this like Digimon that's like, sick, I'm getting revenge. Likewise with Mimicmon, I want to be the number one. I need to get rid of the top 5. That's my goal, my desire. Mimicmon says, sweet, no worries. Because in this instant, I think with both Gekomon, we can even say if we're going with the dark energy, because I agree, Dark Digivolution in this series or this show, vastly different.
Yeah.
They're going from a different take. Because like if we correct me if I'm wrong, both Kobe and Guz, but I think in previous iterations when you had like we talked about Tai, we talked about Takato, when they've had the Dark Digivolution, you've gone into Skull Greymon, and then you had Megidramon. But then when they had their proper evolutions, it's completely different Digimon.
Yeah.
So if we see Raito eventually getting Monodramon's ultimate to be anything other than what we've just seen now, then okay, you can take my theory and put it in the bin and be like, this guy's on crack. But what I think is happening is, as it's more about cool evolution. The evolution is rather more connected to the emotions in that heated moment of I'm just purely like this dark energy. Therefore, I'm tapping into this temporary moment of dark energy and dark power, as we saw with Gekomon, as we've seen now with I can't even pronounce his name in the ultimate. Azardmon. Yeah. So I think that is how they're doing Dark Evolutions. It's this momentary power grab of like anger and frustration. And then you see when he de-digivolves back to Monodramon, he's calm and relaxed. When Gekomon de-digivolves back to Kekomon, he's like not in that warped mindset anymore. But if Vegemon had remained there, Mimicmon had remained there, even if they were gaining more power for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah, so that's actually part of my point, though. Like, we're exploring the depths of this sort of more negative, air quotes, negative Digivolution, right? Whereas, does it fall in line? Because, like, Takato did want to kill Beelzemon when Leomon was dead. He wanted his vengeance, right? So there's an obvious through line there for Mushroom Boys. It was obviously a very different level of intensity. And if intensity then becomes a factor, then we're watching anime. Everything's intense. Don't worry about it. But like, you know, there's a lot of nuance. What I think is more important is that this is non-standard as far as Digimon at large is concerned. Even when you look at stuff that happened in Digimon Survive, for instance.
Yeah.
This is just a very different expression and take of Digimon start to finish. And I think at least going Dark Digivolution doesn't just make you go evil and kill everything, which obviously we see that with the Azardamon and even Rage Bait Gekomon, right? If we want to go there. Or Darth Gecko, even, right? They definitely have that vibe of the traditional Dark Digivolution, but we can also get negative emotional Digivolutions, vis-a-vis Mimic and Red Veggie, and I think that's really cool. Right, we could sit here and argue semantics over it all day, but I'd really rather get to Kobe's highlights and lowlights. Segue.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know when you mentioned Darth Gekomon? Yeah. Sorry. You know you mentioned Darth Gekomon, all I can imagine is that meme that's got Kermit with like the Sith mask.
That is perfectly accurate for Gekomon, to be honest.
Yeah, he's just like, take their food. All their food.
But what about Tomoro? Just, all the food.
Yeah, all the food. Take Tomoro's food. How much?
How much? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my main highlight was for the Dark Evolution thing not being the main character and having that subversion of expectations. It was nice, as I mentioned, to see the Bomber Nanimon and his owner showing up again. I liked that.
So happy about that. Bro, at least the Bomber Nanimon's no longer a virgin because he fucked that bitch up. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus. Anyway, moving on. Do we have any other highlights?
Jake, I can't see any highlights for you, bro.
I mean,
that's not apparently Bomber Nanimon finally popping his cherry.
In front of a woman.
Pulling off the blondie.
It's crazy. And that's the episode I called you a virgin too. So it's very funny that we've got you back for this.
we got you back for both the Dark Evolution and the return of Bomber Nanimon. That is beautiful.
I mean, look, I really enjoyed the episode for a lot of the reasons that a lot of other people will. Despite the rating for this, it definitely feels that this is a very mature person's Digimon, right? We are not
human trafficking. Did not expect human trafficking.
I mean, look, technically it was in the preview, but I think we were just sort of blindsided more so by them selling the Digimon and then forgetting that, you need the human with them. So I'm actually really glad Mikado reminded me of that because that was silly on my part to miss that.
I was surprised as well. I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense. But also like, the depths that this thing is going, obviously we get to see how he's been able to get away with it.
in that he's been using all the profits from selling Digimon to all these crazy rich people, you know, just to donate to society and make it look like he's such a good guy. And obviously you got to do something with the money, otherwise it's fishy. So, you know, this is Digimon Ocean's 11, and they broke into the safe. They didn't steal any money, got their asses beat. It's just really funny.
Yeah.
And then they get doxxed, and then Clay rocks up to their house, and he's like, "Howdy, partner. You got an ass that looks like it needs a spanking." And it's going to be interesting where it goes from here. I'm just, man, like, not to skip too ahead to the previews, but we get an underground fight club next, and I'm just like, what are we doing, bro? Yeah. like people have been killed off screen. We had Rhino getting his shit rocked, and I do mean rocked off screen, like black screen impact, wet crunching impact. I think we get 3 hits, and then it goes into team tactics with Granite and Tylemon's woman fucking hanging down, and then Naito's just sitting there, and he's just like, "Listen, man, they did the right thing. You didn't, so you get punched in the face." And I'm like, "That's crazy. This is a child, man. Yeah. What is this?" But like,
that shit's nuts. And I think, like, I wonder if this is now starting to. I mean, I'll save this. No, I'll save this for predictions. We're gonna get to the predictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we move on to lowlights?
I think my only lowlight. Oh no, sorry. My biggest highlight is Dog Bus.
Oh, Kodomomon, yeah. Yeah, Kodomomon is debuted in Adventure Colon. It's from the Metal Empire.
My boy.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say? That's my boy. Well, I was sitting there, I'm looking at him like, that's a whole ass Stoutland, you can't tell me otherwise.
We're really going to Gen 5 of Pokemon, hey?
We really are, man. I guess it must have been the best of the gens. Anybody out there who likes Unova, rise up.
Yeah. Nova Gang is awake. But in any case, moving on to lowlights. My lowlight this week, besides the fact that my head hurts and I just want to lie down, is there was a tiny Togemon in the cage, and that made me sad.
Yeah.
There was a Togemon?
Yeah.
There was also a Frigimon as well.
Yeah, but the Togemon was like... it was like the size it was in Digimon Savers, where it's just like kind of a human size rather than being giant, as it was in Digimon Adventure. So
I didn't realize that they came in different sizes. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's the same as Biomon, where we have Biomon being small bird in Adventure, and Biomon being the size of a 10-year-old child in Digimon Data Squad.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, so Digimon definitely changed size. Like, Rosemon can either be just the size of a woman or a giant.
Please.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No, not for me. You can have
the option here, Kobe.
I want
give me the option.
I want to hang out with Rosemon. I don't want to hang out with Rosemon.
I mean, right,
you guys can have tea and coffee. I'll just be the footstool. You know what I mean?
True.
The Ottoman.
Yeah.
Guz the Ottoman.
Anyone think Tinkermon was cool?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like an honorary mention of Tinkermon. I thought she was badass in this episode.
Bro, I had no idea she had an LSD attack. That's crazy.
Oh. Oh, spoiler alert for my favorite character. It was Tinkermon.
Is it because you're a Twinkermon?
Yeah, I'm Twinkermon. What are your lowlights, guys?
I feel like I've mentioned mine already about like, guess one Kyo all of a sudden magically teleporting everywhere where it needs to be in the right place. Yeah, it has to be a superpower at this point.
Yeah.
And then at the end, even the whole Wolfamon, Reina, Mikado, and Shropmon just like getting an absolute big L, despite everything seeming to go with somewhat of a win.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, they did rock up without support into the enemy's stronghold. It is surprising they just weren't captured. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I would prefer that at this point. Like,
this is part of my low point, I guess. Really, is like, Glowing Dawn has been catching nothing but just L's. Of late. And like, don't get me wrong, I know Kyo's been really, really good as far as the teen mum's concerned by going, look, kids, here's the silver lining. We made it out. Like, we're good, right? And like, Toma's just like, but the Twinkamon died. What the heck? It's like, all right, cool, but like, here's the thing, man. Yeah, that shit sucks, but that kid is also still alive. Apparently, they're still good. Like, we don't know if they got snatched back up or not.
Yeah.
But like, for the most part, like, you made it out alive. Yeah, those people still got captured, but here's the thing: we were never going there to save them. You guys really need to fucking, pull your heads in and get it sorted.
Yeah.
And as much as I appreciate that silver lining approach to their losses, they are really due for a very sizable win. Like, I think the last real win we had was Shademon.
Yeah,
let me think.
I believe so too.
That sounds right.
That, or I guess like Marine Bullmon, if you really want to count that as a kind of a win for Tomorrow.
Well, I mean, we got the Digivolution, yeah, but like as a team, it wasn't just a dude soloing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was just sort of like, no, we actually had like a proper finish with the Shademon, and then we got to beat up the dad, give him a suicidal Haki flash forward, and then sell him back to the Digimon marketing chick who now has been arrested for drugs.
Just reminded me of it's a Naruto thing with the
yeah.
the Uchiha clan and the eyes, and then you kind of have like I know Tachi does it. This
The
is so, I
Sharingan?
haven't seen.
No,
it uses
like
the Sharingan, but it's like a
the secret police of the village.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I
No.
thought you were talking about the masks. No, you're talking about his like the mindfuck attack that he had.
Yeah. The Genjutsu mind screwy.
Gecko Sharingan? Was that it?
I think so. This is I have to like really go back to my Naruto roots.
Yeah.
Like,
God, it's been a minute.
All right, next.
Next
Like,
time.
apparently, everything's also Naruto and Pokemon.
And One Piece. Never forget One Piece.
And One Piece.
One Piece.
So any other lowlights?
Yeah, I don't have the next episode ready because you can't have the fuckboy Mr. Clay walk into the pub and just be like, "Howdy, partner," and not immediately give me the next episode. I'm not okay. I need the next episode.
True, absolutely true.
Yeah.
So, favorite characters, I've already said mine. It's Tinkermon. Guz, who is yours?
Bomb-and-Animon.
I'm
so glad
I
he
kind of expected that, actually, to be honest.
I'm so glad. But like in a more serious note, I'm also really glad that Wolvermon had a cool moment.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Toma and Kyo had cool moments too. But, Bomb-and-Animon just rolling up, pretending to kill himself, then throwing out a bunch of grenades, then turning to Mikado and be like, "Go on, kid, I got this." And then he totally did not have that. It's just so funny to me.
Yeah. Gio?
For me, honorary favorite characters is again the Reina moment, and Tomorrow moments. But
those aren't characters. Those are moments.
Yeah, no, but like for them, those characters because of those
right,
moments.
Yeah. Yes.
But like, no, the clear winner is Gekomon.
You know what? Valid,
like-
very valid.
No, just the scene with like the young girl, she's crying, they don't know what to do, and then just Gekomon breaking the tension, breaking the negative vibe that was happening with just the sheer innocent humor, and
Drinking off the
stupidity that it
little
is.
girl's tears. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, fine. Well,
a little bit weird.
all right, and apart from not that specific moment, it's just the funny faces afterwards. And it's just, I don't know, I felt like, obviously you kind of have to, when you introduce like a very dark, heavy topic you have, and human trafficking of all freaking topics, I mean, like,
Yeah.
like let's not ignore the elephant in the room, but like you kind of have to like offset it with something just to make it a little bit more digestible, and I think the way they did it with Gekomon and Gekomon taking in that just pure, innocently dumb things, it was a highlight for me, and like my favorite moment, and my favorite character in this episode for that.
Yep. Very valid. So what were our ratings out of 5? Despite not feeling well, I gave it a 5. I just really liked a lot of what this episode gave us, so it is a 5. Yay. Guz?
I have been watching a lot of, I think, Pay Talks Anime. Is another YouTuber.
He
does
his
a lot of
content.
Yes, he does a lot of free run breakdowns, and he's been talking about how free run is quite story dense. There's like multiple stories that both happen and conclude in every episode, and I definitely feel that for BeatBreak, this is another one of these very dense episodes where we got a lot, and a lot had happened. We got a lot of little stories that had happened and concluded, and we got a lot of very big picture puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Overall in the narrative, you know, yeah, cool, Glowing Dawn still took the L, but like, I feel that even with the subject matter, this was such a very dense episode, a very impactful and powerful episode in terms of animation and execution, as well as the content. For me, I can't go lower than a 4.
Yep, yep, that is very, very valid. Gio?
I know, like, obviously I've been absent for quite some time, so I haven't had a chance to chime in with a lot of my ratings, but it gave me a chance to reassess my rating system. So I have basically vitalized it. I've got it where it's you've got 0.51, 1.52, 2.53, so on and so forth. It's just based, instead of like the 0.2, 0.7, 0.8, it's very strict on 0.5 or 0.0 as the decimal point. 5 is like, this is a creme de la creme. This is like perfect. I can't fault it not even once. This is like literally, if a god existed, he's just brought it to me on a silver platter and crafted the ultimate episode. This is not it though.
Yeah.
But to set the scales, 3, it's like, this is all right. It's mid. It's not bad, not good. It's right there. 4 is like, all right, this is pretty good. So for me, this is like an easy 4.
Yep.
It would have been a 4.5 if at least, again, the low light of Reina and Mikado maybe saved at least 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
Like, to lose every single person, it's just like, oh, come on, at least give them something.
I love how you almost called them merchandise.
I did! Oh, I'm being brainwashed, I'm corrupted.
Yeah.
No, Team Tactics have betrayed me.
Paramilitary cult. It's insane. To put this in a kids show, my God.
I know, but that's the thing I actually really found fascinating about this, in like with what Team Tactics is, what Clay is, even going back to like the previous episode when you had Commandramon and his owner, and how like they the only way for them to technically escape was someone had to quote unquote die in this case, or Commandramon had to like appear dead, which is like, if that's the case, that's the stakes we're raising. What does that then mean for every other member? Like, we know about Hokato, she's got a family and she cares about the family, but can she actually leave Team Tactics 7 now? What about even the sequence of when Granite was caught in the snow and he's like, I could finally die, you know? Like, is this a hint towards like, I can't even leave now that I've signed this contract, because if I do something worse can happen? It's put such a interesting retrospect onto what is Team Tactics 7, or even Team Tactics, Clay's organization, and what does it truly mean to be a member in this organization? Because what else is there if they can simply pin down a kid, belt the crap out of him, tie him to a chair because he, quote unquote, couldn't control his Digimon and let a Tinkermon pass away?
Yep.
It is crazy. Just the fact that this is like the second time that he's been punched in the head too by that same guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That we've seen on screen. Obviously, he was punched multiple times in this episode.
Oh yeah. And
but like,
probably, I would say a few times off screen too. He's quite obnoxious.
You could tell.
Yeah.
And the show is just playing such games with our expectations. I'm fully in the directors and the entire team's hand now, because I don't know what to expect. That's probably why our predictions haven't been as strong and as imaginative as when we started. It's just because we just don't know. There's just shenanigans and things coming out left and right.
Yeah,
and
they
honestly,
have thrown us a few of those curveballs, and again, subverting our expectations. That it is slightly different from previous seasons of Digimon. It's doing the same sort of things, but they're doing it in new ways, which is nice.
Yeah. And I wanted to get I wanted my prediction to be so accurate. I just felt it when the whole thing's happening, and then I see Kyo appear. I'm like, holy shit! Did I just predict the future? And then it just goes, it goes that way. I'm like, damn it!
Yeah.
So close, but yet so far.
So which prediction was that? Because you gave us too many.
You gave us like 20 voice messages.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do the TLDR because I don't want to bore you for the 14th time about it. But for those who are listening, I sent like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes worth of voice notes about my prediction for this episode, where it essentially would have been Tomoro and Gekumon would they'll do reconnaissance, and then they're gonna attack because they were gonna see something that was gonna just force Tomorrow to engage and activate rather than just sit back and follow the plan.
Yep.
And then from there, battle's gonna happen. Kyo is forced to intervene. As he does intervene, though, this time instead of like them getting away scot-free, in order for them to truly escape, because they'll be entering into the base of operations, Kyo really says, I'm going to stays behind to allow his team to run away, and in the process gets cold-hearted, and then from there we'll see Tomorrow or someone react, and then we'll get a dark evolution because of like a very intense moment. I mean, I got right that we'll see a dark evolution.
Yeah,
we did see that. Wrong person. I did get right on Kyo intervening, and I did get right on.
I mean, Kyo intervening is a pretty safe bet.
It's a safe prediction, but like, but yeah, I would. It would have been cool if like that just was there, but it didn't. For going that route, but I do think something like that might happen one day. I think I'm still on that ball.
Oh no, Kyo's totally going to be sacrificed because they're not going to be able to continue to rely on him. Like, I know at first we all thought that he was going to betray, but when it came to Norinzo, that episode, we saw that was never going to happen.
I can't see that. So I can't see that happening.
No, so he's definitely going to be cold-hearted or, well,
something tragic.
Care of like the other offspring deaths that we've had so far. Like, we can't just say, oh, it's a kid show, he'll be cold-hearted. Like, he may just be taken out. Yeah. Because
that would be also a big motivation for the other members of Glowing Dawn to kind of like, step up and stop relying on him.
I agree. He's like him.
He is literally the Leomon. He doesn't have the Leomon partner. He will be the Leomon.
He will be the catalyst of change for the growth.
Boy who wouldn't.
Yeah.
For us to grow, a Catboy must be sacrificed. Oh no, what world do we live in?
But so let's move on to Pondering, Postmon Pat, and predictions. I'm gonna just blaze through the Postmon Pat because I really apologize. I'm not feeling super well, so apologies for that. So first up we have RDD48, who says that they're down for the TCG. Whoop, I've done something on my computer. There we are. It's not CC Cleaner this time, so we're safe. RDD48 says they're down for the TCG corner at the end. PTSD, Commandramon. This show just keeps on giving. They hope to see him and the Tamer again. Only one chapter character to get a full character card, and the name seems to be time related like the rest of GD. Glowing Dawn, right. And what a new chapter. So next, maybe we can finally see the annoying dude past with the granite one. The least I expect is a dead family, because the child abuse of Naito after human. Good soldiers follow orders stuff, just keeps putting him in evil. So, yeah. My brain just went. Yeah, so I'm really glad that when we bring back the characters that have appeared in previous episodes, like, again, Bomber Nanimon, I did not expect to see again. I immediately thought of Guz when Bomber Nanimon returned. I was like, it's the Mushroom Boys again. We get, like, another one of those, like, seemingly one-off characters and them showing up again. The Commandramon one, I'm assuming will be back. I hope so, at least, because that was pretty, like, that was a hard, like, a very heavy episode, I think, or is that? I'm not sure if that's exaggerating or not, but I like it. Next we have.
I can see Commandramon coming back.
A lot to go through there. It was crazy.
Yeah. Next we have Maurice Art, who says the episode threw them through a loop. They never expected the end to be that way. Very deep and rich storytelling. They never imagined a Digimon to have PTSD. Oh, they also like how Haruomi is not a bad guy, but is very kind and caring to his Digimon, which is a big contrast compared to his character design, which was giving an evil look to them. And yeah, I agree. The next episode seems to take another dark turn. Can't wait to watch. And yes, boy, did it. Human trafficking.
Yep.
So we'll go from one kind of, like, human demise in murdering and PTSD in war times to now the profit side of things, the trafficking of things.
Yeah. Next we have Eduardo, who says that Digimon BeatBreak is quickly proving to be one of the darkest entries in the franchise. They don't mean just by having demonic creatures or death or horror tropes. They mean how it has, like, dark and heavy themes, which, I absolutely agree. It's not just having, like, oh, the bad guy is the devil, or there's some ghosts. Like, it's not a...
The bad guy is premarital sex.
Jesus. So I absolutely agree that, like, that is, like, it's not being, like, you know, purposely dark and edgy, but it does have heavier themes than what I would usually expect from Digimon.
From anything rated PG, if I can be real.
Next week...
I want to go to Mem. I want it to be M rated just so we can get more deeper into
okay, I'm gonna skip the next comment because this person seems super cringe. It's by someone on YouTube called It's Geo-sama. So just gonna...
Well, what do they say? No, what do they say?
It's Geo, your comment was so long.
No,
bro,
there's
still going. It's two comments. Oh. So, yeah.
There's two. One is actually productive, the other one's just dumb shit.
So more importantly, you're mentioning Tylermon. I don't think its ability to fly should come as a surprise. It is. It's a fish.
No. Read it. Keep reading.
Firstly, its design is reminiscent of a flying fish. Yeah, but it's flying. So perhaps it's play on that. No, go away. Secondly, what if the flying in the air is for its ability to levitate? No, go away. As we've seen numerous times, Syakomon just floating and levitating. Yeah, I know, that's not good either. Fish don't fly.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say, is like, if you've got Syakomon is levitating and floating, is it specific to and I'll just, like, the comment will continue going on about this line as well, but is it specific to this specific Syakomon? Can this specific Syakomon levitate? Or is Syakomon, like, all of them can levitate? Because if they all can, okay, cool, it is what it is. But if it's specific to this one, then that's why the Tylermon flying shouldn't come as a surprise.
Yeah. But yeah, I joke. But also go away, Tylermon.
Go away, Geo.
And then you wonder about the... I don't understand why you left comments, because you're literally joining us.
Because I thought, like, I probably would have forgotten them.
You know what? Valid. So yeah, you also
have ADHD. I'm gonna forget things.
That is valid. So then you go on to say about the situation with Haruomi, raises questions about some of the terms and conditions in the contract of people who join the Tactics Squad. Clay is a stocks bro who will allow anything for the sake of profit margins. Boy, will he. But disobeying the tenants may result in permanent discipline, like getting your ass kicked by Naito. Gio says that he's curious to see how this will impact Totoroka, or even granted if they ever do have a change of heart softened through the interaction with Glowing Dawn. Even then, they wonder if part of the disdain Hachiruko has for Makoto is the fact that he could just walk away from the shining egg, disobey, and follow his own beats without any repercussions, or if Granite finally has found solace trapped in the snow is partially satiated from him finding his own freedom. My eyes are going weird. Yes, from life, but from a system that does bring a little destruction. As far as the Geo recalls, I don't think Ludamon has ever truly been on the offensive. So I just read that and I was like, when has Ludamon ever been offensive? But then I was like, oh, you mean like opposite of...
Otherwise.
Opposite, like, instead of like, you know, shield, like opposite of shield. I just thought you meant offensive as in... saying
like
something
he's running around calling people slow.
Yeah. Stop being racist and stuff. Yeah, no.
It's so like politically incorrect Ludamon just going around and saying naughty words or just mean things.
It's like, yeah, I can say that. I was in a refugee camp. What of it? And you're like, well, no, you can't, Ludamon. I need you to calm down.
Hey, I can say that word because all of Team 5 Star's gay. Like, it's...
The gym leaders are gay, so I can say it.
Yeah.
Like, no, that doesn't count. They might all be gay in Team Tactics. He might be able to say it. Who knows? Like, we know Granite's straight, but Ludamon could be gay. Who knows?
True. Next, we have more Tylermon discussion from Zero Unit Digital Monster, who says, regarding Tylermon being able to fly, they think it's just a reference to the gameplay mechanic. In games, aquatic Digimon have the ability to swim in the air, basically fly. It also happens less frequently in the anime, but it's true most of the aquatic Digimon that aren't main characters related are shown living in water. And yeah, I guess that is true. Seedramon do be just kind of like hovering, which still annoys me. And we have another long comment from Geo, because of course we do. The episode blew Geo away. Mazel tov. I felt its portrayal of Commandramon's trauma was handled well, and had done a great job at showing the struggles the poor dude faced. They honestly thought they were about to get a new member to join the team, but it's a shame Commandramon's owner is taken away. Hopefully we'll see him again. Speaking of people joining the team, it reminds me of the other guy that was in your podcast, the other guest with the Agumon icon, which, by the way, I did edit to be Nyabumon colors.
Oh yeah, let's go.
It's not like, you know, don't lower your expectations significantly. It is not fantastic.
Nyamon, let's go.
Yeah, but I did that. Next, we have Gunmetal Gator, sick username as always. Commandramon, very cute. They can't believe how much a hurt a Digimon has had in this show in a long time. They thought Pandamon and Shademon were the only ones, but Commandramon was a rookie used as a mercenary. Hope he evolves to a non-violent Digimon in the future, considering how rough PTSD is for everyone. They said that their father was in the Marines, and even though he didn't go to war, he was traumatized by the boot camp for it during Vietnam. So yeah, this episode was very touching, that sort of side of conflict for them. And yeah, I absolutely agree. Like that's not what I would expect from Digimon, but it would be nice if we got a unique evolution to Commandramon that's more like, I don't know, more of a protector or a helper or a healer rather than something...
A Nurse Joy.
Yeah, Nurse Joy Commandramon.
I'm sorry to hear about your dad too, bro. I hope he's doing alright.
Yeah, that is very rough.
Yeah.
Next
Not gonna pretend I know anything, but damn.
Yeah. Next we have Kay Sutcliffe, who says they love this episode, but it also broke them. Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji. They need which is very valid. They need them to rescue Haruomi ASAP. Same. Sadness aside, they find it hilarious how Tomoro is just so done with Raito and how the animators show it in his face expressions and body language. Oh, yeah, absolutely. They don't think they're getting a cute bonding episode. Nope, which is good. I'm glad that we got it for the other characters, but I think that Raito is going to be one of those irredeemable characters who just doesn't, like, have...
Perhaps.
Yeah?
I mean, they're about to have an episode where they get locked in a room club, man. Like, we're gonna see, bro.
We're in the prediction side, we'll get to that, for sure. Yeah.
Next we have Kodori? Yeah, let's go with that. DCD Bomber Ponye. As a D Brigade player, they were happy that their boy Commandramon had an episode, a really sad and heavy one. They hope they can at least reunite with the Tamer once again at the end of the story. Absolutely agree. Next
I don't think anyone's disagreeing with that.
Yeah. Oh, my head. Kelsey says their opinion on tactics has officially changed. After this and after the next preview, they don't care what the reasons are. Anyone who was working with Clay is scum. That man is Barbamon incarnate. His wealth is built on dirty money. And then it just got worse in this week's episode, so...
Yeah.
Did not get better. So...
Yeah. He's truly got the devil's grin and the devil's face, you know, Mr.
Yeah.
Yes, I have the charities. I've donated the most. Meanwhile, yes, human trafficking.
Yeah.
Not only is he hot, he also has the Drift Veil theme music wherever he goes.
Yeah. Next we have Birds of Prey, who says, thank goodness for Commandramon that Digivolution isn't linear. The idea of being a non-violent but being forced into being born with a gun in your hand that only gets bigger as you grow would be kind of a terrifying existence, lol. Yeah, that's a good point. Again, hopefully we see a new evolution path for Commandramon that is more of a helper.
It's like Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
What an Agumon.
Then we have Deshawn, who says, next episode of BeatBreak has human trafficking? ? Yes. They don't know if they guys heard this, but the leader of tactics and the kids, they failed him after again would auction them off. Oh my god. Yeah, that is a dark point. Like, if they just auction off the other, like, we just auction off Raito because he's annoying.
Yeah, that's like the T's and C's. Like, you have to obey, otherwise you could be just easily removed.
I guess. You're already in the human trafficking biz. What's another person on the ledger?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't any more simple than that, team.
Deshawn then continues to say that they think the de-evolution is to do sadness of losing partner, just like Tentomon in Digimon Adventure after Izzy lost his way. And yeah, that's exactly what it reminds me of.
Yeah, but that was also Izzy's power getting drained, was it not?
He sacrificed his knowledge or his curiosity to Vadermon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I would never. I'd punch that thing on sight, bro.
It's very punchable.
Yeah,
Frame
he
one.
looks like a test. You gotta hit it.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Next, we have everyone's favorite One Piece Digimon Bingo with Lazy Croconaw. So, One Piece Bingo is Commandramon. So, Commandramon's VA is specifically Ace when he was a kid. Not normal Ace, but when he, was a child. That's
Nice.
perfect.
Flashback Ace. That's
Hell yeah.
They said that this episode gave unexpected PTSD about war, and honestly, they found it a very good episode. Next one seems to be interesting. They honestly like the theme of freedom in this arc has, and the ramifications of wanting the freedom. Yeah.
Like Team America once said, freedom isn't free. If you don't pay your $1.05, who will?
And lastly, because my brain is becoming mush, Ignited Quill says Digimon BeatBreak's newest episode and the upcoming one shocked them. They're considering how Commandramon is obviously dealing with trauma and his owner. Tomoro Shigaraki, is that a... I think that's My Hero.
From My...
Yeah, that's My Hero.
Yeah.
I need to catch up. Tried to lie in order for his partner to be free. It also shows how being in tactics is literally hell, as shown and said in this episode, and we kind of got that this week as well, when Raito was being beaten up pretty deservedly. Then they continue to say, also the preview for the next episode showing Digimon trafficking and the people with the masks. It's a huge callback to episodes 9 and 10, and the human owner of Tinkermon being there too is messed up. They like how the series is tackling topics very well throughout these episodes. And yeah, I didn't expect it. I mean, even though they literally showed it in the preview, I guess it didn't register that it was going to be just human trafficking. I don't know what I expected.
With extra.
Yeah. But, so that's it for Postmon Pat. What are our predictions for the next week's episode? It's episode 20, which is called Proof of Genius, where we get a fight club, and we have Raito, and Tomoro joining an underground fight club.
Oh, we're definitely gonna get like the backstory in Raito. That's gonna come out.
Oh yeah.
We like his obsession. There's a clear obsession with having to be number one, having to be the best, having to be the genius. That's got to stem from something or somewhere, and I think that's what we're gonna get. And I wonder if then we're gonna have this moment of humility and basically being humbled by Tomoro, which would be nice. I think that's probably where it would escalate to. But it's definitely going to be a Raito Tomoro moment, just like we've already had with Mikado and Reina with Granite and I think it's Hokota.
Yep.
I'm just excited for the Fight Club, and everything that's coming in addition to that is just going to be so freaking sweet, because obviously, like, we're going to be getting more story from Little Rage Boy and his constant need to prove that he's better than Tomoro, which we already know he is. Like, Tomoro's just outsmarted him at every single disadvantage, which is part of, like, probably why it's called Proof of Genius. But, like, I just genuinely cannot wait for him to just be absolutely demolished. Will we see an Ultimate Digivolution? No. I think Armalizamon's gonna just rock his clock as is. I think it's gonna be fine. And he's gonna do
Fight Club.
Yeah.
Or what's the first rule of Fight Club?
Yeah, we're talking about it.
Yeah, we know. That's not the point. We're not in the Fight Club. We're not in the Fight Club. We are going to talk about it.
Gekomon cannot follow that rule.
No, God, no. He's going to be telling everybody. He's like, I'm in a Fight Club.
I'm in a Fight Club, Tana.
Yeah. That's like, we're getting fucking meat cutlets after. How good.
Yeah.
But, look, you got the gains, right? You need that pump. I'm really excited just to watch these two. I wanted to just start off with like 5 minutes of preamble. Like, oh, where's Tomoro gone? Oh, he said he was going out for milk. And it's just like, it hard cuts to them locked in a cage, and it's like a WWE Hell in a Cell. And they just start just absolutely knocking the shit out of each other. I want them, the tamers, the owners, the cleaners. I want Tomoro and Raito to actually have a punch on while their Digimon are fighting. I want their shit synchronous. Yeah. I want all hands. I want this full street. I don't want anything like being like, oh, let's keep it Like, nah. You've given us refugees, suicide, people being murdered off screen, child abuse, and human trafficking. You can have two kids just punch each other in the head. By the love of the gods, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other predictions, or are we okay to wrap this up?
I'm gonna have a good time when Raito gets his shit rocked. That's my
Again,
prediction.
All right, so
This will be the start of the winning arc. I fucking hope.
please, we can but hope. But in any
Yeah.
case, so I'm gonna wrap this up so I can go to bed. So thank you so much for listening and watching, and also of course thank you to Gio and Guz for joining me. So you can contact me and stay updated. You can leave me a comment on this episode on YouTube, join the conversation. And for a full list of ways to find the podcast across the internet, you can head over to my Linktree, which is linktr.ee/LostinTranslationmon. If you enjoy the podcast, videos, or my city posts online, you can show support by signing up on Patreon, get some cool rewards, and help me hit some milestones. Also, don't forget to use my Digimon Super Rumble code, which is TranslationMon without the vowels, so TRNSLTMN. So please go do that, provided that it is after Monday midday, which it will be when this podcast comes out. So yes, do that.
Yeah.
And thank you to my current supporters. Did I just mispronounce current to be the Swiss
Yep.
Army knife of Australia?
You
Yep.
tried something.
My mouth wanted to again. So yeah, thank you to my
You're giving
current.
him the fine, warm welcome of Aussies, you know?
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
To be fair, that word can be the highest compliment. So you're
True.
welcome.
It has been.
So thank you to my current supporters on Patreon, Stephen Reeves, who is Mama 64 and Archive our own.
Sorry.
I
I'm sorry. The eye contact for me, bro. Like, just to the camera just broke me. I'm so sorry.
The funniest thing is, I have flubbed literally every single line in that part of the segment guide. Just never current before.
Today first. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So I don't
Sorry,
know.
Stephen Reeves, also known as
Wild
Kaidawashi on
No,
Archive Our Own.
no. Wild Wing 64 on Archive Our Own, then Kaidawashi, different person. Neo Boo
Sorry,
says
guys.
you followed Chiso on Twitter at Chiso236. Lisman, who was Lekman on Tumblr, I'm still dying. Nicholas, Magnus, Lucas, Jason105, Patrick, Jason, Shelby, Digital Hazard, who was on Twitch at The Digital Hazard, Teropiamon, Vmon, Tamer, Kasai, Big Bad, Beetleborg, Flavin, Bent Archer, Cappy, Cyber, and Voltic Helbert. Why are you laughing?
Bro, what was that? Wait. Big bad beetle bork?
Yeah,
Wait,
I
yeah.
said what I said. I mean,
What a name. Holy, that's sick.
To be
That's
fair,
so cool.
To be fair, I say I said what I said, but I said what I said before, and I'm still, like, Mars is awake in her, like, she's in the corner of the room, and she just woke up from a nap, and she's like, what the fuck are you laughing about, human? Dad dropping the C-bomb. It's fine. So, in any case, you can also make one donation on PayPal, which we found linked in the description. It's paypal.me/airdramon. You can also donate to me on my coffee account, ko-fi.com/airdram. I'm just combining words.
It's a K-War orphan.
Yeah, I combined KO and hyphen to kofen. Why does that sound like it's meant to be in like an offensive term?
No, it sounds like the nerd from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
Hyphen.
Yeah. Thank you to Guz and Gio for joining me, and thank you to listening to this or watching it. If you're watching/listening to this on YouTube, please do the like, comment, subscribe thing, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.